All your bitches do Pilates when you rich, dog. So if she can't pop a squat, then that's a rip off. Keep it serious.
I wanted to do a little smoothie bowl mukbang. I dropped some strawberry. Fun fact about me, I love strawberries. They're like my favorite fruit. I like pineapples too. This is Rush Bowl. They're in downtown Oakland, Webster. Super good. Yeah, I just figured we do a mukbang and I talk about today. So I'm gonna insert a little audio, but Brent Faiyaz has a song with Baby Keem called Lost Souls, and he goes, oh my, do Pilates when you rich, dog. So she can't pop a squat, and that's the rip off. I just thought it was funny, and I'm so proud of myself because I finally did Pilates. I've done mat Pilates in the past, but never Pilates with the reformer. Baby, when I tell you my legs was trembling, I was shaking, that ain't happened in a minute. But yeah, like at first I was like, okay, because I watched a lot of TikToks, seen a lot of girls talk about it. I have friends who do Pilates and they've said it's really hard. So I'm, you know, a little late, but as soon as I get on the mat, we're starting. I just didn't really get an introduction. And maybe like 5 minutes in, I'm like, this ain't bad, you know? She's telling us to use our legs. I have a lot of leg strength, but not a lot of upper body strength. And I'm like, oh no, this isn't bad. I got this. And then we started using our core, our ab, and our pelvic floor muscles. I was like, wait, hold up. This is a joke, right? But no, it was a good challenge. I feel like it pushed me farther than I think I could go. And I know with anything, the more times you do it, the more familiar you become with it and the better you get at it. But what I will say, at times I could be no better than a man. Everybody's body in there, whether they were petite or thicker, was hourglass. Body shaped like a Coke bottle. Walk with a wobble. It was, you know, very nice. Small waist, frame, nice, you know, round butt. So I was like, okay, it seems like it pays off. I met this really nice girl there too. She was sweet. She said since the new year she started to do Pilates and has been loving it. But she said the first day she came, it was like, oh, she was shaking too. She told me, yeah, prepare to be sore tomorrow. I'm like, great. I figured though, because literally as I was walking, my body was still kind of trembling and shaking. By the time the class ended, I was dripping in sweat. So yeah, but it was a good challenge. But after, like, immediately I felt really good and just proud of myself that I did that. I think that's something I've been wanting to do for a long time. And I just put it off. Or like, well, first of all, it can be expensive, but to finally do it feels really good, especially because that's what all like to me, like when you think about fitness girlies and fitness people in general, I think people who go biking, like cycling throughout the mountains, that incline, that takes some strength. I don't know if I'll ever get to that point. I'm a little scared too. But Pilates is up there with it to me of like, wow, you do Pilates? Like, that's just that it girl type of healthy aesthetic. So it felt really good to challenge myself and for the most part be able to keep up enough to still be in the class. But I will say everything that I've done up until this point with working out more consistently and doing yoga consistently since like November, since I moved into my place, has really prepped me for that. Because had I tried this back in October, actually more like August, So, have you guys heard of ClassPass? This isn't a sponsored video or anything, but that's how I went to the class. ClassPass gives you a 1 month free trial when you first sign up. And I had ClassPass back in like 2013 for 2 months. And then honestly, I forgot to cancel the subscription. And I messaged them and they gave me a refund. But I've been wanting it again and I started getting emails saying get a month free. Also, I found out if you have Kaiser, you can get a discount one of my coworkers told me that I think you can get 15% off your monthly subscription. I want to say it's $89 a month for the basic one, but right now I'm in my free month trial period, and we'll see what that comes out to after the discount. But basically that one membership with them allows you to sign up for different classes, whether it be yoga, Pilates, dance, HIIT, bar, I think that's how you say it. They have acupuncture and like spa and other things too, but I don't have those features unlocked. I think you have to pay more like to get access to acupuncture and other things, but I think it's really cool because it's a way to try out different studios. I will say my favorite yoga studio so far is Soul Flow, which is right here in downtown too. I just get a lot out of those classes. Good energy. A lot of tools teaching you how to heal. Challenging. But there are some classes that are slower too. I like it. I just haven't budgeted enough to get a membership with just them. So right now, ClassPass works. But yeah, so I think it's great just to, like, since November, honestly, since maybe April, since May of last year, I started implementing like, okay, I'm going to stretch every day. So I started looking at videos on YouTube of like 10 to 20 minutes of stretching. And I do them in the morning. I was like, okay, if I can't make it to the gym every day while I was in Ghana, I could at least stretch. And I started making that a habit. And then when I got back to America, I started looking for yoga videos, but consistently in November when I moved into my place. I really like Yoga with Nico or Yoga Nidra Nico, something like that. I'll tag her. I watch a lot of her videos, and they're anywhere from like 10 minutes to like 17, 18. And they all are for different things, whether it be like for a lunar phase, like a full moon or a new moon, or, you know, releasing anger or targeting certain chakras or solar plexus and so many things like that. But it says what they're for, even like gratitude and abundance, or I don't know, her videos have different titles for what the yoga is geared towards. And, you know, she's a Black woman. I love supporting, you know, so I feel like I've consistently done that, at least on my work from home days. And that's been good. But what I noticed about going to a class in person, yeah, you feel a sense of community. And I don't go with like, the intention or wanting to meet somebody. I go with really trying to like honor myself and my body and do something good for my health. But 9 times out of 10, you do end up talking to somebody because you're all there for the same thing and like-minded. I also went to a studio, was that last week? I actually think it was the week before last. On Lakeshore. Called Arise. I went to a studio called Arise Yoga. That was nice too. It's funny, the yoga classes often always target where I'm having pain or like what I need that day. Oh, I did go to, so I think I've been 2 yoga classes in the past 2 weeks. And then even though I did yoga this weekend, I did the Pilates. So I don't know, all my girlies who want to try it. If you don't like it, you don't have to go back. I want to make it a point to go more consistently now. But it's a good challenge and it feels good after. So what a gynecologist told me that I didn't know is Pilates actually supposedly makes you tighter. If you know, you know. I guess it's for, it tightens the pelvic floor. Apparently it's also really good after childbirth too. I haven't had any kids, but I never knew. That's why when you hear all the rappers and, you know, R&B artists who sing about Pilates, like, that's why it's a difference if she does Pilates versus if she don't. So yeah, but all jokes and all that aside, it's really just about self-love, honoring yourself, taking care of your body. I think like I've let go for the most part of like weight loss goals. Like I do have weight loss goals, but I'm more concerned with being healthy, you know? Healthier, happier. The food you eat has a direct impact on your mood. In past videos, I talked about how it's important what you consume, media-wise, not just food, but food too, you know? I recently got new pots for my place, and been trying to cook more. But health is wealth. I know it sounds cliche, but it really is. If you don't have good health, in the same way, if you don't love yourself and pour into your own cup, you have nothing to give anybody else. I think it was Oprah Winfrey who said in one of her interviews that, like, anything you have to give someone else should be overflow. You should be able to pour into your own cup, and what you give to others should be overflow of what pours out of your cup.
And keep your cup full. Keep yourself full. Now, I used to be afraid of that. I used to be afraid, particularly from people who say, oh, she's so full of herself. She's so full of herself. And now I embrace it. I consider it a compliment that I am full of myself. Because you only when you're full, I'm full, I'm overflowing, my cup runneth over. I have so much to offer and so much to give. And I am not afraid of honoring myself. You know, it's miraculous when you think about it.
So it's really important for us to take care of ourselves. And, you know, I really have been like blessed and grateful to be able to take this journey of self-care and just taking care of my health. To share a little bit, last year, or maybe it was 2023, I got my labs done, and I think it's like your H1C hemoglobin something. Basically, I was pre-diabetic. So I was like, oh my goodness, like that really scared me. And I was the biggest I had weighed ever in my life. And I was like, shoot, okay. Like I didn't want to say anything to family or anything because I was like, I really don't want to drastically change my eating habits, you know? But I knew health is important and I need to do something to fix this. Well, in April, before I went to Ghana, I got my labs checked again and I was no longer pre-diabetic. So that's a blessing. And I think now I'm way further down in weight. Like I lost so much weight in Ghana. So I think that helped, you know, just my labs, my levels, everything even more. And now that's no longer a concern, but I just want to continue being healthier. I know when I weighed the most I was at, it was just like getting out of breath so quickly. I do have like asthma and it's gotten better as an adult, and I've noticed that again. I have to start using my inhaler, but just like breathing really hard all the time. I could be staying in one place, haven't moved much, you know, and just like, yeah, just getting around really being a struggle. And so I would say the quality of my life has improved drastically since losing weight and being healthier. And I'm more like, yeah, you know, I'll walk there. Like it's not that big of a deal and it's something I enjoy. And I notice with movement, it lessens my anxiety and I can think clear. So like, even when we talk about gratitude and being grateful for what we have, a lot of people take for granted, if they are able-bodied, that like you have legs that work to support you and can get you from to from, you know. We have our arms, like yeah, your heart is constantly pumping, breathing is automatic, we're not thinking about that. We have so much that's supporting us living our daily lives and doing the things we need to do, not only to survive, but hopefully eventually to be able to live and not just survive, right? So yeah, just I find that doing things like these classes is me showing love to my body and honoring me and remembering to be grateful for what I have. And at the same time of saying this, if you're watching this video and you do have a physical disability, it does not at all take away from your worth or who you are as a person. And something that I've admired is a lot of videos that I've seen of people who are physically disabled they don't let that stop them from doing things that they want to do. I've seen a lot of different videos of people with disabilities and they're still cooking, or finding a way to run a marathon with, not I guess both legs, or really finding alternative ways to not let those obstacles really keep them back in life, or to hold them back from doing things that people, I'm sure, may have told them they'd never be able to do. And that just speaks to their resilience. And it's just honestly another gift and way of looking at the world, because when you're lacking one thing, another thing is strengthened, So I just think it's so much to be grateful for, and ultimately for life in general. And yeah, I'm going to wrap it up there because I could ramble and go on forever. I need to edit my videos from Ghana to post for content. It's just a lot of work, and I haven't done it yet. And I'm trying to make time to do it. I'm really busy, and also find the best way to go about that. But happy March, everybody. It's Women's History Month. Women's History? Or just Women's Month? I think it's Women's Month. Are you making goals for the month of March? Do you make goals for each month? If so, drop some of your goals in the comments. Do you have accountability partners? Anyone who you feel comfortable telling you your goals to check in, like, hey, you really doing what you said you're going to do? Are you really working towards the goals you say you want to work towards? Or even just intentions, or even things you want to manifest and things you want to work towards this month or within the next few coming months, I haven't wrote out my goals for this month just yet. I did write them out for February, and I think I made progress on a lot, but I was able to accomplish a lot of the goals and intentions I wrote out for February too. So you'd be surprised at how much having a direction and where you want to go and writing it down, putting it on paper or on your phone, or typing it up if that resonates with you more. But you'd be surprised at how putting it down can, even if you don't go back to look at that list throughout the month, puts you even more in a line and focused of, this is what I want, this is what I'm working towards, to make it clear. I feel like a lot of people can kind of lead aimlessly through life. And yeah, you'll get some things done, but if you have focus and know what you want to work towards, it's going to get you closer to working towards that. Yes, life is unexpected. I mean, we can't plan or have control over life. Some unexpected things happen. But if you have a general direction and focus point of like things you want to accomplish and things you want to work towards, you'll be a step closer than someone who has no awareness or is able to identify their goals or their dreams or things they want to work towards and what they want to do. So I'll leave you guys on that note. Know that you matter. You have worth. Don't let anybody make you feel like you are less than. You are enough. You are loved. And continue to move from a place of love and show others love and treat people how you want to be treated. And have a beautiful rest of your month. Start to your month, rest of your month. I'm going to try to post more and be more consistent on here. I know I've been saying that for a minute, but for the people who already follow me, thank you for following. If you're watching this and you don't follow me, like, comment, subscribe. I'm going to try to create some more consistency on here, but thank you for watching.